It's been a great start to the season for a Kansas City Maverick who's leading the league in scoring. We'll talk with him. The teams which aren't playing this season have some good news about next year. And we'll hear from some of those directly affected by the end of the Brampton Beast. Hope you're ready. ECHL Week starts now.
Hi, welcome to ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling. One of the players who's been turning heads this season in the ECHL is back in the league for the first time in a long time. Brody Reed of Kansas City is leading the league in scoring and giving the team a solid veteran presence, the kind it expected when it signed him to a contract this past offseason. We caught up with Reed recently and asked him if there's any secret to his early season success.
For me, I've kind of always been more of an offensive guy as it is. Just try to use my experience over the years and my skill set to my advantage. And, I don't think I have a leg up on anyone, but like when you've been around for 10 years, you've figured out a little more smoothly of how to execute things and, perform, I guess. So, I don't think it's anything special or any secret recipe going on here. I just think it's just a combination of experience and my skill set as well.
In the ECHL, the ability to deal with whatever might come your way is always important. That's especially the case this season with the pandemic and weather issues teams have faced.
And I think particularly at the start of the year, we had a couple of major speed bumps with things, and we kind of got acclimated to the way the schedule might be throughout the year early. So we've kind of been used to it from the start. And Tad has talked about it a lot. It's going to be one of those years, weather, COVID, whatever the case may be. We've got to be willing to adapt to things. And for an older guy like me, we're playing so many games as it is. I don't mind a couple days off here, so it's like I was saying, he's been preaching to us that we've got to be flexible and expect the unexpected. So just kind of roll with the punches.
24 games into the season, the Mavericks have already employed 41 players, including 8 goalies. Players expect some change, but being able to deal with that kind of variety is a real challenge.
You don't like seeing guys come and go that regularly, but again, like you said, it kind of seems to be the way of the league, and it's you always build friendships with guys when they arrive, and it's always hard to see guys leave and stuff, but you kind of get used to it over the years. As sad as it may sound, you kind of get to know a guy for a little bit of time, and then he's gone, and just kind of the way it is. And the new guys come in. Hockey players are all very similar, right? Like new guys come in, they just kind of not replace those guys, but they just kind of slide in, and it's like nothing's happened once they're here. So you just kind of adjust to the new guys when they're here, and it's tough to see the other guys go, but I guess it's just the way it is.
One thing Reed has noticed from his first ECHL experience 6 seasons ago, the quality of the league's play has improved.
I talk to Bordson about it all the time. The things I do remember is that, we always say to each other, I don't remember it being this difficult every night. So you can tell it's improved for sure. Again, I don't have the best knowledge of how it was over the years, but like I said, we talk sometimes. We feel like sometimes they feel like American League games sometimes. So I think that speaks volumes of how things have evolved since then for sure.
Based on what he's seen so far, Reed likes this team and thinks it has plenty of winning left to do this season.
We've had our fair share of injuries with guys going out, new guys coming in, and whatnot. So I think for the potential of our group, we have a good group of players. We have a good mix of older guys and younger guys. I think it's just a matter of us trying to stay consistent.
A change to free agency rules leads off our news from all around the ECHL.
A significant change has been approved by the ECHL's Board of Governors regarding player rights for next season, and it concerns the 12 teams not playing in 2021. Any player who had originally signed with one of those 12 teams, who then signed a contract with one of the 14 teams which are playing this season, will have his rights revert to the original team's protected list at the end of this year's Kelly Cup playoffs. Prior to this decision, the players involved would have been eligible to be protected only by the team they played for this year. The one exception to this is any player signed by Brampton prior to this season. They will all become free agents after 2021. It was announced last week that Brampton is going out of business. One other note, any player who was given but did not sign a qualifying offer by a team not playing this season will be a free agent heading into 21-22. Regarding eligibility for the 2021 Kelly Cup playoffs, all AHL and NHL contracted players must have played in a minimum of 5 regular season ECHL games by May 16th in order to be eligible for this year's ECHL postseason. This ensures teams won't add American Hockey League players only to appear in ECHL playoff games. There's no AHL games played requirement for veteran players to be eligible for the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Some final words about the Brampton Beast, next on ECHL Week.
Last week, we announced the news about the end of the Brampton Beast. The fact that the Beast aren't playing this season, coupled with the uncertainty of the future, considering the pandemic is still around, made for the difficult decision for Brampton to go dark. We spoke with some key people from the organization, and here are some of their thoughts.
It's tough on, wife and my 2 boys and the rest of our family. And so, it is something that causes some anxiety in the household, but at the same time, we knew what we signed up for. Like I knew when I decided to be a coach that this would happen. We love new adventures. We love moving to different cities and meeting different people and becoming a part of a different community and family. So we're just excited for the next adventure.
It definitely was a very big time family atmosphere here. And that's one of the things I can really take away from all the spots we've been over the years. And this is 24 years in, 8 different teams that I've been a part of. So, yeah, to me, this one has been the biggest family-oriented one.
I really miss the staff time when we're on the road and that, and we either we're at the front of the bus talking or watching movies, Game of Thrones. We watched the entire series, and the restaurants and the laughing and things like that. Sometimes stress if something was going on, but we were all together. All the staff would kind of stay together when we're on the road and go and do things. And like Sean said, sometimes it was touring something, checking a place out or doing something, but just spending that time getting to know one another away from the rink.
We actually had a big Toast to the Beast call last night at 6 p.m. that Carrie and Amelia Kaplan organized, and there was probably 50 people on it. It wasn't just current Brampton Beast employees. It was it was alumni, coaches, Brent Hughes, Colin Chalk, and myself. We were all on it, sharing our stories, and it was just that epitomizes what the Brampton Beasts were. Like, if you were part of the Brampton Beasts even for an internship, which was half a season, you were part of the family, and it showed in that call last night.
I mean, we had the exhibition against Team India, their national team. That was kind of unique in itself that we did, and it was actually a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. At first, it was kind of 5 goals right away we had scored, but then once we mixed the benches and mixed the teams together, we all had a really good time with it. Yeah.
There's been an outpouring of support, which is great. When things like this happen and nobody calls, then you need to do self-reflection, right? So it's been great to hear from a lot of people. So we're confident we'll land on our feet, and if it's back in this league, I look forward to being part of ECHL week again.
It's highlight time, or what we like to call the best of the week.
Florida's John McCarron, who's among the top goal scorers in the league this season, shows us why with a terrific example of a top corner blast against Orlando.
Number 300. It's the third of the night for the Everblade.
Since we're looking at slap shots, check out this one by Karch Bachman, which helped the Swamp Rabbits to a victory at Indy.
Karch Bachman from the top of the left wing circle provides the answer for Greenville. They retake the lead 2-1.
Speaking of second chances, here's Brendan Warren's putback of a rebound helping the Icemen to an overtime victory versus South Carolina. Indy acquired Diego Cuglietta in a trade, and he got right to work. In his first game with the Fuel, he found the net twice. Here's one of his goals in the team's win against Greenville.
In his first game with the Fuel, and he ripped one from the inside of the left wing circle into the top shelf, and the Fuel lead it 2-0.
Anthony Petrozelli of Fort Wayne knows how to find the net. Check out the puck on a string stick handling prior to snapping one off in a win against Wheeling. And let's not forget the goalies. Here's the toughest save of the week by Indy's Dan Bakala. He stops Greenville's Anthony Rinaldi and the puck too on the way to his first shutout of the season.
Dan Bakala saying it's under his pad. The red light has not come on. The officials have not signaled. No goal.
That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. You know what they are. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the league until the next ECHL Week show rolls around. Stay safe. See you next time.